I want to start off, before you disappear and click off the video deciding, no, I don't want to watch this. I've started a monthly film club here on the channel. I select a film each month, I put it on the big screen, on the projector, and I have a glass of wine with it. And for this month, I've picked a classic movie, Humphrey Bogart, Katharine Hepburn, The African Queen. Absolutely love this one. That video will be out a couple of weeks time maybe. For October as well, I've got Hereditary. I haven't seen this one, but I'm trying to switch between like an older movie and a more recent one, so I thought that'd be great for October, for Halloween month. And then for November, something a little bit different. Arabian Nights by Pasolini. But anyway, August. It was an august month. I watched a lot of terrible films actually, mostly French New Wave. Reasons? Well, for one thing, I wanted to get rid of them from the lists I'm working through, from Philip French, The Dream House. Is it The Dream House? Picture House? Notes from the Dream House. Notes from the Dream House. I wanted to get rid of them all from that, and I wanted to get rid of them from the 1001 movies you must see before you die. Because instead of there being just like one or two of the best examples of French New Wave, no, they decide to go for a majority of the French New Wave. So I watched Celine and Julie Go Boating, which is supposed to be about a time travel mystery. Yeah, I can see that in there, but what's that clumping? We've got our own mystery going on. It was kind of a bit long and a bit drawn out and a bit dull, really. I watched Myriel, or The Time of Return, which again, kind of a nothing film, not a lot happens. I loved the location work in this film, but again, not my cup of tea. Weekend and Contempt from Jean-Luc Godard. Cleo from 5 to 7. Again, a pretentious film in which not a lot happens. A lady waiting for some test results walks around Paris for 90 minutes. The film is missing the last 30 minutes of that 5 to 7 period. It's supposed to be shot in real time, and it's supposed to take place from 5 PM to 7 PM. It doesn't, it takes place from 5 PM to 6:30 PM. And I also watched Alphaville, and I'm going to investigate what that noise is. Actually, and Day for Night as well. I'm going to investigate what that noise is. I'll report back. Okay, I worked it out. It was people clearing stuff from the neighbouring properties, so shall we go on? French New Wave, yes? Oui, oui. I don't think this... Now a plane goes over. Day for Night was alright. I liked the Francis Truffaut films. Did I actually put the 400 Blows on here? Because I did watch that in August. Because I actually really did like the 400 Blows. No. I forgot to log the 400 Blows. Oh. That was one I actually really did like, the 400 Blows. It's one that I'd recommend. I also watched the new, what do you call it, new, oh, you know when they like polish up a film? The word's completely gone from my head. Restored. I watched the newly restored 4K HD version of Watership Down, which, if you don't know, is it's a British cartoon about fluffy little bunny rabbits. And they go on this adventure to find a new home, and they decide, yes, that hill over there, Watership Down, that will be our new home. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? Except all the rabbits get ripped to bloody shreds, and it is violent, and it is bloody, and this is a children's film. This is a British children's film, and it is gory and gruesome and horrible, but oh, so good. And it always leaves me doing that quote from it, you know. The field, it's covered in blood. We're all going to die. Because one of the rabbits has fortune-telling powers. It's an absurd film, really. Enys, one of the last films I watched in August. I've heard good things about this. Like, it's a classic, it's supposed to be this classic folk horror kind of story. This kind of film that British film does really well. Gotta say, I was disappointed. Didn't find it, like, scary or compelling or interesting. Found it kind of dull, actually, and it didn't really make a lot of sense. Sliding Doors, let's forget about that one. Let's Gwyneth Paltrow time travel drama. Not time travel drama, parallel worlds side by side kind of thing. In one timeline she gets on a train and on the London Underground, and in another she just misses the Underground train entirely. And she gets off with this guy she meets on the Underground, on the train. Like, he starts talking to her, and who does that? Who actually starts a conversation on the London Underground? Terrible film. The Decameron, a Pasolini film. Love Pasolini. This wasn't my favourite though. It just didn't grab me like some of his earlier works, like Mamma Roma, Acatone, Gospel According to Matthew. Just didn't hit with me, really. Muriel's Wedding. Like this one actually, yeah. Toni Collette. Wanting to get married, playing a lot of ABBA, committing fraud. Yeah, I like that one. What else? What should we go with? Oh, War of the Worlds, the new one, with, was it Ice Cube in this one? Yeah, Ice Cube. Ice Cube is playing this guy who works for, like, the Department of Homeland Security, like, monitoring people, monitoring suspects. And then it goes into, you know, the story of the War of the Worlds. The Martians come down, they start attacking people, they try and take over. Except it's a film where Ice Cube's character, Radford, is, like, up until the very end, he's peripheral to the action. He's, unlike in the book and in other versions where, you know, the main character is, like, at the centre of it. He's, like, travelling through the country, he's experiencing, like, the invasion firsthand. He's getting involved in it. He's very much a part of the story. In this, Ice Cube is just an observer. And it's done as, like, one of those kind of mobile phone found footage Zoom meeting films. You know, the kind of thing that was, like, really common during the pandemic, and which I did for Oscar Wilde about a year ago. Go check that out, by the way. That needs some love. Yeah, it comes across like a reaction video. It's not very good. The last film I watched for this month, Art School Confidential. I was enjoying this up until the third act, when it takes a weird twist, and it tries to change the plot entirely. It starts off as one of those, like, 2000s sex comedy things, you know, young man goes to art school, tries to get laid, wants to get laid, but it's dated in that respect. It's got some very dated attitudes. But then that twist comes along and it just changes the whole thing entirely and doesn't quite work. it shoehorns this plot in and then makes it a main part of the story. Something that starts off as like a bit of subplot, a bit of background, suddenly becomes the main story, and it doesn't work. And oh, Godzilla! I watched Godzilla, the original, 1954. Stands up very well. Definitely really enjoyed this. I watched the Roland Emmerich one as a kid, and so far that's been my only experience of Godzilla, and I can remember enjoying that as a kid. I'm going to admit it, when I was like 6 or 7, I enjoyed it. It's definitely a film aimed at children, that one, but this one actually blew me away. It's an excellent film. It's a great monster movie. It's far better than, you know, maybe the equivalent in America, which was King Kong. I'm not that big a fan of King Kong, so this is definitely one I'd recommend. Yeah, Godzilla 1954, the original. And then last of all, oh, Michael Collins. Yes, you might have seen my, probably didn't see my video on The Wind That Shakes the Barley, a film club video. I watched this like just before I watched Wind That Shakes the Barley, just to get some of the political context in, because you really need that with The Wind That Shakes the Barley, because it doesn't hand it to you on a plate. It's romanticised, but Liam Neeson does a great job as Michael Collins. No, he said Eamon De Valera then, but no, he's playing Michael Collins in Michael Collins. Liam Neeson does a great job. The less said about Alan Rickman, the better, because it's Alan Rickman trying to do an Irish accent, but coming across as Swedish, because he's doing the Alan Rickman voice at the same time. It's worth watching for that alone, because it is a terrible accent. And with that we come to the beginning of the month, where I watched Brokeback Mountain, which, first time seeing this film, a couple of cowboys, they go up to a mountain to sheep ranch, and they have a gay old time, quite literally. And then the film like follows them throughout the rest of their lives as they sort of try and work out, you know, what's going on with their relationship. How can we have a relationship when we're both married, we've both got kids? Society would not accept a relationship between these two men. It's not graphic, it's not explicit, there's not that many gay love scenes in there, there's not that many gay scenes in there. It's mostly limited to, you know, a bit of hugging, a bit of kissing. These gay cowboys are very masculine presenting. I will say though, the first time they like go into the tent and the first time they like shag each other, Heath Ledger goes into the tent and he pulls his pants down, he pulls Jake Gyllenhaal's pants down, and just straight up rams it home. And what I'm going to say, and take this from someone who knows, there should be a fair bit more noise in that scene than there is, because Jake Gyllenhaal has just had an unlubed penis shoved up his ass. That's gonna hurt. But there you go. That's what I watched in August. Not the most thrilling of months, was it? I should watch better films this month. Well, we've got The African Queen, haven't we? So that's a start.